Magandang hating gabi. 12:30 na ng hating gabi, guys. Babasahin natin sa Bible ay Numbers 1 and 2 and Mark 3 verse 1 to 19. Basa. The first census of the nation. The Lord spoke to Moses in the tent of meeting in the desert of Sinai on the first day of the second month of the second year after the Israelites came out of Egypt. He said, "Take a census of the whole Israelite community by their clans and families." Sumaandar ba tayo? Listing every man by name one by one. You and Aaron are to number by their divisions all the men in Israel 20 years old or more who are able to serve in the army. One man from each tribe, each the head of his family, is to help you. These are the names of the men who are to assist you. From Reuben, Elizur, son of Shedor. From Simon, Shelomiel, son of Surishadai. From Judah, Nashon, son of Aminadab. From Issachar, Nathaniel, son of Zuar. From Zebulun, Eliab, son of Helon. From the son of Joseph. From Ephraim, Elishama, son of Amihud. From Manasseh, Gamaliel, son of Pitsur. From Benjamin, Abidan, son of Gideoni. Paano niyo babasahin kay Gideoni ba yan? Gideoni. From Dan, Ahisar, son of Amishadai. From Asher, Pagil, son of Okran. From Gad, Eliasaph, son of Deuel. Daul. From Naphtali, Ahira, son of Enan. These were the men appointed from the community, the leaders of their ancestral tribes. They were the heads of the clans of Israel. Moses and Aaron took these men whose names had been given, and they called the whole community together on the first day of the second month. Painom muna para maalis yung antok. These were the men appointed from the community, the leaders of their ancestral tribes. They were the heads of the clans of Israel. Moses and Aaron took these men whose names had been given, and they called the whole community together on the first day of the second month. The people indicated their ancestry by their clans and families, and the men 20 years old or more were listed by name one by one according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Reuben, 46,500. From the descendants of Simeon, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were counted and listed by name one by one according to the records of their clans and families. The number from their tribes of Simeon was 59,300. from the descendants of God, all the men 20 years old pataas, 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Gad was 45,650. From the descendants of Judah, all the men 20 years old or more who were able to serve in the army were listed by name according to the records of their clans and families. The number from the tribe of Judah was 74,600. From the descendants of Issachar, all the men 20 years old. Basahin pa ba natin to guys? Babalik-balik lang naman. Ang anuhin na lang kaya natin yung number na lang. The number of tribe of Issachar was 54,400. Tapos from the descendants of Zebulun, the number from the tribe of Zebulun was 57,400. Kasi guys, babalik-balik lang yung all the men 20 years old or more. So, ibahin naman natin. Diba? Tuntok na talaga. Hindi sa mga iba, yung dulo na lang ang babasahin natin para mabilis. Kasi pare-pareho lang naman, oh. Or more who were able to serve in the army were listed. Yan lang naman. So, dito na tayo sa para alam natin kung ilan. The number from the tribe of Zebulun was 57,400. 57,400 yung kay Zebulun. From the sons of Joseph, from the descendants of Ephraim, the God, ito lang talaga mahirap sa akin pagka gabi magbasa. Yung nagpapatay tayo ng buhok. From the sons of Joseph, from the descendants of Ephraim, all the men 20 years old. So dito na tayo ulit sa dulo. The number from the tribe of Ephraim was 40,500. From the descendants of Manasseh, the number from the tribe of Manasseh was 32,200. Puro dulo na lang inaano natin guys, kaya na magbasa sa bungad. Kasi pare-pareho lang yun, nakukulitan lang ako. So yan. 40,500. From the descendants of Manasseh, all the men 20 years old. So the number from the tribe of Manasseh was 32,200. From the descendants of Benjamin, the number from the tribe of Benjamin was 35,400. From the descendants of Dan, the number from the tribe of Dan was 60,700. Guys, hindi ko na binabasa yung bungad ha. Puro dulo na lang kasi pare-pareho lang naman eh. Sa number lang sila nagkatalo. From the descendants of Dan, the number from the tribe of Dan was 62,700. From the descendants of Asher, all men, the number from the tribe of Asher was 41,500. From the descendants of Naphtali, all the men, the number from the tribe of Naphtali was 53,400. Sa 43 yan guys, the number from the tribe of Naphtali was 53,400. These were the men counted by Moses and Aaron and the tribe. These were the men counted by Moses and Aaron as the backbone. Yung backbone. Saan ko nabasa yan? Ay, nako. Sana tayo guys. These were the men counted by Moses and Aaron and 12 leaders of Israel, each one representing his family. All those like 20 years old and above. 20 years old or more who were able to serve in Israel army were counted according to their families. Hala, yan tuloy yung chan ko. The total number was this were sa 44 guys. Verse 44, these were the men counted by Moses and Aaron and 12 leaders of Israel as one representing his family. All the Israelites 20 years old or more be able to serve in Israel as army were counted according to their families. The total number was 603,350. 550. The families of the tribe of Levi, however, were not counted along with the others. The Lord had said to Moses, "You must not count the tribe of Levi or include them in the census of the other Israelites." Bakit? Instead, appoint the Levites to be in charge of the tabernacle of the testimony, over all its furnishing and everything belonging to it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all its furnishing. They told wala, antok na talaga guys. 11 minutes na tayo, hindi pa tayo tapos. The families, ulit-ulit ha sa 47. The families of the tribe of Levi, however, were not counted along with the others. The Lord had said to Moses, bakit exempted ang Levi? Levi or Levi? Levi. You must not count the tribe of Levi or include them in the census of the other Israelites. Instead, appoint the Levites to be in charge of the tabernacle. Instead, appoint the Levites sa 50 guys. Instead, appoint the Levites to be in charge of the tabernacle of the testimony, over all its furnishing and everything belonging to it. They are to carry the tabernacle and all its furnishing. They are to take care of it and encamp around it. Whenever the tabernacle is to move, the Levites are to take it down, and whenever the tabernacle to be set up, the Levites shall do it. Anyone else who goes near it shall be put to death. The Israelites are to set up their meetings. Ulit. 51. Whenever the tabernacle is to move, the Levites are to take it down, and whenever the tabernacle is to be set up, the Levites shall do it. Anyone else who goes near it shall be put to death. Allah. The Israelites are to set up their tents by divisions, each man in his own camp under his own standard. The Levites, however, are to set up their tents around the tabernacle of the testimony so that wrath will not fall on the Israelites community. The Levites are to be responsible for the care and tabernacle of the Israelites. Ayun na, antok na. Nabitawan na yung ballpen. Sa mata na lang kaya. Hindi na kaya ko yung bibig. The Levites, however, are to set up their tents around the tabernacle of the testimony so that wrath will not fall on the Israelite community. The Levites are to be responsible for the care of the tabernacle of the testimony. The Israelites The Israelites did all this just as the Lord commanded Moses. The arrangement of the tribal camps. The Lord said to Moses and Aaron, the Israelites are to camp around the tent of meeting, some distance around to Moses, the tent of meeting. Some distance from it is mine under his standard with the banners of his family. So may mga pangalan guys. Bakit sa tent lang sila nakatira? On the east toward the sunrise, the division of the camp of Judah are to encamp under their standard. The leader of the people Judah is Nashon. Nashon. Nashon or Nason. Nahshon. Nashon ba yan? Son of Aminadab. His division number 74,600. The tribe of Issachar. The tribe of Issachar will camp next to them. The leader of the people of Issachar, Nethanel, son of Zuar. Ay, inulit lang niya guys. Kasi dito rin sa verse 28, kita mo kahit antok ako, parang nabasa ko na kaagad. Tingnan mo. Verse 5 tsaka verse 28, pareho. The tribe of his division number is 54,400. Dito naman, the number from the tribe of Issachar was 54,400. Helon, his division number is 57,400. Sino naman to si Helon? $7,400. Sa descendants to ni Zebulun. 54,400. Kaya Issachar pa rin to eh. The tribe of Zebulun will next the leader of the people. Zebulun is Eliab, son of Helon. O yun. His division number is 57,400. Inulit nga lang guys. Ano ba yung census ito? Ito naman arrangement of the tribal camps. All the men assigned to the camp of Judah according to the division number 186,400. They will sit out first. On the south will be the divisions of the camp of Reuben under their standard. The leader of the people, Reuben, Elisur, son of Shedeur. The division numbers 46,500. The tribe of Simeon will camp next to them. The leader of the people of Simeon is Shelomiel, son of Surishadai. His division numbers 59,300. Kay Simeon yun. The tribe of Gad will be the next to the tribe. The tribe of Simeon will camp next to them. The leader of the people of Simeon is Shelomiel, son of Surishadai. His division number is 59,300. The tribe of Gad will be the next. The tribe of Gad will be the next. The leader of the people of Gad is Elias, son of Dol. His division number is 45,650. All the men assigned to the camp of Reuben according to their divisions number 151,450. They will sit out second. Then the tent of meeting and the camp of the Levites will sit out in the middle of the camps. They will sit out in the same order as the in camp. It's his own place under his standard. Na, parang ganito rin yung yung hatian nung nabasa natin nakaraan. On the west will be the divisions of the camp of Ephraim under their standard. The leader of the people of Ephraim is Elishama, son of Amihud. His division number 40,500. The tribe of Manasseh will be the next to them. The leader of the people of Manasseh is Gamaliel, son of Pedasur. His division number 30,200. The tribe of Benjamin will be the next. The leader of the people of Benjamin is Abidan, son of Gideoni. His division number is 35,400. All the men assigned at the camp of Ephraim according to their divisions number 108,000. Sumobra no? 108,100. Sorry guys, nagkamali. They will sit out there on the north. Kaya nga sabi ko sa inyo, magpasa rin kayo. Katulad yan, antok na ako. Mali-mali na yung mata ko. The tribe on the north will be divisions of the camp of Dan. Under their standard leader of the people of Dan is Ahishar, son of Amishadai. His division number 60,700. Palaona na guys. The tribe of Asher will come next to them. The leader of the people of Asher is Pagiel, son of Okran. His division number 41,500. The tribe of Naphtali will be the next leader. The leader of the people of Naphtali, Ahira, son of Enan. His division number 53,400. All the men assigned to the camp of Dan number 157,600. They will sit out last under their standard. These are the Israelites counted according to their families. All those in camps by their divisions number 602,350. The Levites, however, were not counted along with the other Israelites as the Lord commanded Moses. So the Israelites did everything to the Lord commanded Moses. That is the way they encamp. Ang katinang yung buhok ay sumanggi na naman sa mukha ko. Kaya nga pagkabasa talaga ang buhok ko guys, yun ang mahirap. Kasi hindi pa pwedeng talian. Ay. Were counted along with the other Israelites as the Lord commanded Moses. So the Israelites did everything the Lord commanded Moses. That is the way they encamp under their standards, and that is the way they set out it with his clan and family. Ay, salamat. Tapos rin. Nasaan ba yun? Hindi ko na siya maanahan. Nawala yung ballpen, nahulog eh. May ballpen pa dito. Nakasingit. Mark. Ba't kaya ang kape ng nasasangit kasi ng buhok? Mark, ano tayo? Lipat ako ng lipat. Di ko naman alam kung ano. Mark 3 to 1 to 19. Ito lang mahirap sa ano eh. Parang magulo kasi halo-halo yung ano. Ito hanggang dito siya. Verse 1, chapter 3, verse 1. Ay, ang title niya guys is Jesus heals a man's hand on the Sabbath. Another time he went into the synagogue, and a man with a shriveled hand was there. Shriveled hand was there. Okay, sorry, full hand. So, teka muna. Some of them were looking for a reason to accuse Jesus, so they watched him closely to see if he would heal him on the Sabbath. Jesus said to the man with the shriveled hand, "Stand up in front of everyone." Then Jesus asked him, "Which is lawful on the Sabbath, to do good or to do evil, to save life or to kill?" But they remained silent. He looked around at them in anger and deeply distressed at their stubborn hearts and said, He looked around them in anger and deeply distressed at their stubborn hearts, said to the man, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out, and his hand was completely restored. Then the Pharisees went out and began to plot with the Herodians, how they might kill Jesus. Large crowds followed Jesus. Large crowds followed Jesus. Jesus withdrew with his disciples to the lake, and a large crowd from Galilee followed. When they heard all he was doing, many people came to him from Judea and Jerusalem. From Galilee followed. When they heard all he was doing, many people came to him from Judea, Jerusalem, Idumea, and the regions across the Jordan and around Tyre and Sidon. Because of the crowd, he told his disciples to have a small boat ready for him, to keep the people from crowding him, for he had healed many, so that those with diseases were pushing forward to touch him, wherever they were. Whenever because the crowd, he told his disciples of a small group to keep the people from crowding him, for he had healed many, so that inulit ko guys so that those with diseases were pushing forward to touch him. Whenever the evil spirits saw him, they fell down before him and cried out, "You are the Son of God." But he gave them strict orders not to tell who he was. Jesus chose the 12 disciples. Jesus went up on the mountainside and called to him those he wanted, and they came to him. He appointed 12, designating them apostles, that they might be with him, and that he might send them out to preach, and have authority to drive 30 minutes na guys. Designating them apostles, that they might be with him, and that he might send him out to preach, and to have authority to drive out demons. These are the 12 he appointed: Simon, to whom he gave the name Peter. Kita mo pati sa kay Jesus, binabago din yung pangalan. James, son of Zebedee, and brother John. To them he gave the name Boanerges, which means sons of thunder. Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James, sons of thunder, and Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James, son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, who betrayed him. Doon pala niya inano yung 12 disciples. Kailan paano niya na-meet to si Judas? So, hanggang 19 lang tayo, diba guys? Huwag mo nang pabayin at nako po. Ayun, hanggang 19 lang. Dasal na lang kayo, guys. At ako'y magdadasal din bago matulog. Bye everyone.